Hey guys, it's Bro You Whack, and the skins in Overwatch 2 are priced outrageously. I mean, almost $19 for one single Junker Queen skin, almost $26 to buy a bundle for the Kuriko Witch skin, and you can't even buy the Witch skin for Kuriko by itself. And not to mention, these are the only two new Halloween skins to come out of this event if you don't count the free Pirate Reaper skin that everybody got due to the botched server launch. So why is that? Why are they pricing the skins at this rate? Well, in this video, I'm gonna try to do my best to explain why this is the reality for Overwatch 2's microtransaction system. But before I talk about it, I want to make one thing very clear. First and foremost, I'm not being paid by anybody to make this video. I think once you watch this video, you'll see that that's very apparent. But the second thing is that I'm not supporting the fact that Blizzard is pricing these skins at this rate. Because I played Overwatch 1 for 6 years, and they had a microtransaction system in that game that I would say at most was tolerable. You would pay an upfront cost of about $20 to $40 for the game itself, and in the game you always have these things called loot boxes. Now I won't go into detail of how loot boxes work because frankly I think most people that are complaining and click on this video already know how loot boxes work, but to truly drive home why it's so frustrating why skins are priced this way in Overwatch 2, you gotta understand that at least in Overwatch you could get every skin for free by getting one loot box after completing one level. And there have been some people that literally just played Overwatch 1 and got every skin for free. It clearly would take a boatload of time to get every skin for free, but that's what made loot boxes fair. And I know that's a wild thing to say because there's not a shadow of a doubt that loot boxes were complete RNG and you would have to invest hundreds of hours to technically get every skin for free, but at least nobody was pushed out of that opportunity based on their financial situation. It was just up to you to decide if you were willing to put in the time to grind out Overwatch. That's what made it fair. It didn't cost you money, it cost you time. So let's see how Overwatch 2 compensates you for the time that you invest in the game. So there's actually two things that you're compensated with within Overwatch 2 if you're grinding out the game. The main thing, and really the only thing, is Battle Pass XP, and that's kind of useless if you're not willing to pay $10 for the Battle Pass within Overwatch 2. But there is another thing, and that's Overwatch 2 coins. But you see, that's a little bit of a problem, not only because the only way that you can collect Overwatch 2 coins is by completing weekly challenges, not daily, no, you only get Battle Pass XP, no, weekly challenges, and on top of that, you can only collect a total of 60 Overwatch 2 coins. That's 60 cents! 60 cents! You make more money working 5 minutes at McDonald's than you do spending, what, like 10 hours with these weekly challenges? So you clearly gotta buy Overwatch 2 coins because you're not gonna be grinding out to get Overwatch 2 coins, and even worse, you can't even get Overwatch currency in any way in Overwatch 2. And this is where a big problem arises because they are charging $19 for one single legendary skin, taking the old meme of the $19 Fortnite card and placing it in a different game.
$19
Overwatch
card. Who wants it?
And here's why they're charging $19. And again, I'm not agreeing with it, but this is why they're doing it. Because a lot of people say, oh, it's a free-to-play game. That's why they're pricing it. Yeah, obviously that's the reason why, but why specifically $19? Why don't they make it $10? Why don't they make it $5? And why don't they make it a different price? Well, one idea that wouldn't be too far-fetched of a reason is that Blizzard knows they can't increase the price of skins after they have an initial established price point. They can only lower it because they know they would drive a lot of negative PR if they were to increase the price of skins after they realize, oh no, we're not making enough money. So if they realize, oh no, we're not making enough money, let's decrease the price of skins because we know that more people will pay for it. Not only will they, well, in turn make more money, but it'll also make them look like a really consumer-friendly company, even though most companies aren't consumer-friendly, they're just trying to make money. And funny enough, we did see this before in Overwatch 1 when the All-Star skins for Tracer and Genji, when they were introduced, they were priced at 400 Overwatch League tokens. That's the equivalent of $20 each. And then we quickly complained about it, Blizzard listened, and they lowered it probably like a week later to 200 League tokens. Even though that was still a lot of money for a skin, $10, I mean, hey, it's a lot better than 20. But I don't really expect a 30-year-old company like Blizzard to be experimenting with numbers, especially with all the data they have after being in the game for so long. I think there's another reason. Well, I'm about to school you on basic business 101. So y'all ever heard the phrase supply and demand? Obviously we have, but what does that truly mean? mean? Well, I made you a chart. How many people would buy a free skin, a $5 skin, a $10 skin, and a $20 skin? Everybody want to buy a free skin because it's free. We all love free 99. But when it comes to a $5 skin, less people are gonna be willing to buy. Now, I just kind of made up these numbers. It's mainly just to prove an example as to how supply and demand truly works. I don't know if 16 people would truly be willing to pay for a $5 skin, but when you move on to the $10 skin, obviously there's gonna be less people willing to buy it, whether because the skin is complete trash or because they just don't have $10. So I say that there's 8 people that would be willing to pay for a $10 skin. Then you move on to the $20 skin, which is basically how much a skin in Overwatch 2 costs. There you only see 4 people would be willing to pay for a $20 skin. Those 4 people are Junker Queen mains. Those are the people that see the $20 skin, it's like, ooh, that's a lot. But god dang, that skin is fire! I'm gonna drop $20 on that. Now, obviously, in my example, and again, this is just an example to prove a point, and each and every single one of my examples, besides the $0 one, they make $80 in each example. That's why Blizzard is charging $19 for a single skin. It's because they know that is the perfect price point to make the most amount of money. People need to realize Blizzard isn't in the business to get you skins. Blizzard is in the business to make money. So when people say, well, why don't they charge $10 for a skin and they could possibly sell even more? And it's because they know they will sell more, but they will make less money versus selling less and charging more. They have so much data to just figure out $19 is the perfect price. And it's sad to believe that when it comes to like the artists and the animators and the designers, that they would love for you to have every single skin. The accountants don't care. The board of directors don't care. The finance department doesn't care. They do not care if you can't afford any of these skins, because what their job is to make the most amount of money. So they're talking to the head of directors, those being like Aaron Keller and John Spector, saying, well, the data says that if we sell at $19, that will bring us the peak amount of money possible. And I know Aaron Keller and John's looking at each other like, that's so much money for a skin. But again, that's just making assumptions on what's going on behind closed doors at Blizzard, because truth be told, I don't work for Blizzard. I don't know what's going on. I'm just a stupid little boy that can put together a Google spreadsheet showing you supply and demand. I don't know what a AAA developer looks like in the world of business, but what I do know for certain is that businesses are here to make money. And who would have thought that in the world of capitalism, that's what a lot of businesses only truly care about. But there could be possible changes in the future that can not only be extremely favorable for the consumer, but could ultimately make Blizzard more money. One thing is to offer more avenues for players to get Overwatch 2 coins. One idea that I see a lot of people suggest is taking the Fortnite route and offering 100 Overwatch 2 coins in the Battle Pass. I know for a fact they could easily replace 10 of those tiers with 100 Overwatch 2 coins each. Now, why Blizzard would do this is because maybe they can make more money selling the Battle Pass this way if they know they offer Overwatch 2 coins, because not only could people pay for the next Battle Pass, but they could be irresponsible and use that money to pay for an Overwatch 2 skin. Ultimately making the player pay for another $10 Battle Pass and thinking they can pay for the next Battle Pass with 1,000 Overwatch 2 coins and then paying for another skin. The cycle just repeats. But another way they can offer more Overwatch 2 coins if they want good PR is to increase the 60 coins that you get from weekly challenges. That should be for daily challenges. For weekly, that should at least be 100 Overwatch 2 coins that you get for each circle that you complete. And of course, the last idea, even though I'm pretty sure it won't happen because, well, I literally just want to T-rate explain why it won't happen, is to simply lower the price of these legendary skins, but definitely make the Witch Kuriko skin purchasable by itself. I don't know why it's only available in the bundle. Make that separate. That is very stupid and kind of scummy, I would say. But lowering something like the legendary Junker Queen skin is something like at most $15, but something I would feel more comfortable with is lowering it to $10 because, well, that's what legendary skins were in Overwatch. The Overwatch League skins cost 200 League tokens or $10, and I was okay with that. It is kind of sad that that's just what video games are coming down to, is paying an outrageous amount of money for skins. I mean, Valorant and Apex and Fortnite and now Overwatch, but that's what made Overwatch so special, and why a lot of people are complaining about skins is because, well, yes, they aren't a necessity to do well in Overwatch, because frankly, if you pay $20 for a skin, you're still gonna be trash, but it is a work of art, and we want to have these pieces of art, but we can't because they're pricing us out. And I know I'm in a very privileged position to be able to get some of these skins, but I want to use my platform to not only educate, but also try to push for a possible change. And hopefully for the Christmas event, if there is gonna be one, that change can happen, because I know those Christmas skins are gonna be banging, hopefully. But anyway, hopefully I taught you a little something about business, and hopefully I didn't bore you too much. But until the next video, I love you guys. Thank you guys for watching. More Overwatch 2 videos to come, and bye.